Just now, we heard a Dharma talk by Zen Master Jonggang on the character Jayol. Jayol means to be sincere. No matter how many hours of Dharma talks you listen to, if you don't have a single thought of sincerity in your mind, then you haven't listened to the Dharma talk correctly. Even if you've only listened to the Dharma talk for a short time, if you have a sincere thought in your mind, then we can say that the Dharma talk is truly correct. I often hear that people who are practicing meditation complain that they are not able to concentrate because of drowsiness or distraction. There are many possible causes for these problems, but I believe that the root cause is a lack of sincerity. They may be worried or frustrated about this. If you are truly sincere in a single thought, there is no reason for drowsiness to attach to it, and there is no reason for distracted thoughts to arise. How can you become sincere? Everyone wants to be sincere, but sincerity is something that naturally arises. It is not something that can be forced. Sincerity is not something that can be forced. It is something that naturally arises from within. Some people who were sincere from the start achieved enlightenment in 3 days, while others achieved it in an instant. Still, others achieved it in a week or 3 months. Some people tried for 3 years without success, but finally achieved enlightenment when they became sincere. And still others spent their entire lives without becoming sincere, sometimes coming close to enlightenment, but never quite reaching it. Finally, in their old age, they had a single sincere thought and realized the truth of life and death. The problem is how to make a sincere thought more sincere. Our immediate problem seems to be there. Of course, it would be the best thing if we could naturally become sincere quickly. However, since that is not the case, this is where the suffering of practitioners lies. However, lamenting the lack of earnestness without taking action and spending days like this can be quite regrettable. How regrettable it is to spend each day like that. If we do that for many days and many years, we will only get stuck in the mud and not make any progress in our studies. The years will just pass by. Later we may even develop a sense of resignation, and then we may eventually lose the desire to practice. We may even lose the regret and anxiety about not practicing, and we may end our lives without doing anything. Fortunately, this year, the monks who gathered for the winter retreat were willing to stay, even though I told them that we were not in a position to accept any more people. And the lay people who came to study at this monastery that our late abbot built were also willing to stay. This year they have been practicing so well that I did not need to say anything to them, scold them, or discipline them. I am so grateful as the abbot, and I am so moved that I have been feeling solemn every day. The 15 days since the winter retreat began have passed in this way. Even though there are many large and well-established monasteries in Korea with great teachers and disciples, this small monastery built by our late abbot, Venerable Jeonggang, with mud bricks by the salt fields, is now becoming a place where people can practice with just as much diligence as at those larger monasteries. It is not because the building is nice that the Zen center will be successful in its studies, and it is not because the building is big that it will be successful. This means that when the monks and lay practitioners engage in earnest practice with their hearts aflame with earnestness, we can rightly call it a spiritual gathering. Although the winter retreat will be set at 3 months in the future, our late abbot, Venerable Jeonggang, always said that even 3 months is just a convenient period of time. Practitioners should resolve to make a commitment for each day. Make a commitment for one day and finish it that day. Then make another commitment for the next day, and so on. The next day, after the day is over, make another commitment for the next day, and so on until you wake up in the morning before breakfast and make a commitment for that day. If you practice with a sincere heart, without wasting a single moment, you will be able to achieve enlightenment. Then in the evening, lie down on the mattress and review the day. How sincere were you today? How much did you chat? How much did you listen to the Koan with sincerity? How much of the day did you spend just going through the motions, very calmly? Review, reflect, and calculate. Lie down on the mattress in the center of the koan, and the next morning wake up and resolve to practice the day more fully than the day before. Then practice that day diligently. In this way, discipline and control each day, and practice hard. The days accumulate to 10 days, and the days accumulate to 3 months. When you are released from the 3 months, you will not know how the 90 days have passed. It will be as if it were only a week or 10 days. That's how you should live. I know that all of you who have gathered for the 3-month retreat are also practicing with such a mindset. But today, I earnestly hope that you will all take to heart and engrave in your foreheads the sincere and earnest Dharma talk of our Master,